Alright, back for round 2, game 2 here. This hand's pretty awesome. Got a nice little 1-2-3 curve going on and a win condition if we can find enough for us, which hopefully we can do with the ponder, so we'll keep this. Probably just go ponder turn 1. Don't... Yeah, alright, drawing islands. Not the best there, but... Let's see. This is perfectly fine. I think I'm going to take the Mesmerist since it's a turn 2 play. We don't need the island right now. Mesmerist is on alternate just in case he plays something that either trumps the bear or makes the bear kind of irrelevant. Like if he plays like a Griffin Rider here, I might just play the Mesmerist because he can block just as easily and we'll have the milling ability up. Opponent has turn 2 Honor the Pure, so we'll see if he's got a handful of gas to make that good. I think let's play a Force here because we gotta start getting things down for overrun. Now we can either... I mean, I just think that if we play the Runeclaw Bear, anything he plays on turn 3 is probably going to be better than it. So I think I'd rather just have the Mesmerist out on the board. And next turn we're playing Skywinder Drake regardless. But, you know, in the event that for some reason that changes, then having Mesmerist milling ability up is going to be pretty good. So I think we'll just bash it with the Mesmerist and then play the Skywinder Drake and pass the turn. Yeah, nice little curve that we have going on here. Ponder into 2-drop, into Skywinder Drake, into Phantasmal Dragon. I mean, if we even string into green to do it, it's possible that we could have turn 5 overrun and just win right there. Don't know if my opponent's sided out blue or is just stuck on white, or I don't know, but it sure doesn't seem to be doing that much. And yeah, it looks like he may even be missing land drops, and if he's just casting 1/4 rock eggs, I'm not that scared. So I think we'll just bash with the Skywinder Drake here. I'm just going to go ahead and play the Phantasmal Dragon post-combat. I mean, with a handful of 5 cards... Actually, maybe I just won't then. We have, you know, we're already... we have a win condition on board. It's just so likely that he has something like, I don't know, Mighty Leap or something else that we saw from him before. I think actually I'm just going to cast the Rampant Growth and then mill him. Especially now that we know that, you know, he's missing lands and it just doesn't have, like, if this was his best play last turn, then I'd like to just start taking advantage of our current board position rather than committing things that are just going to be dealt with by some 2-mana spell that otherwise doesn't really do anything. I mean, I suppose that getting the Mighty Leap out of his hand so he can't use the Rock Egg to block the Skywinder Drake is good, but I mean, he doesn't get the... Alright, that's pretty bad for us. That makes me a little bit more happy that we left the Mesmerist up to mill too, because now when he's got comeback cards like Timely Reinforcements, it's just not that likely that we're going to be able to beat him very easily with by life, you know, as fast as he could maybe beat us. Alright, start getting some of his islands again, totally happy with that. This is kind of nice that we can play a bear here and bash 3 and then play an Asher Mage and still be able to mill him at the end of his turn. That Honor of the Pure is going to be a little hard for us to deal with. Just turns all these stupid 1/1s into 2/2s that are actually pretty relevant now. I mean, I think I'll just trade off the bear for 1, take 4, try and mill him, and then maybe draw into some more gas. It might just be right to just trade the Azure Mage, but I'd like to at least get one card off because he can just as easily block next turn, and we're fine with taking 4 for one turn. If he has like Island, Aether Adept though, that's pretty bad. Alright, Elite Vanguard's fine. I don't really know why he tapped the blue. Maybe he's going to give it flight, who knows. I want to be pretty leery of like just taking a bunch of damage off these soldiers when he has like white X up, just in case he does have the Guardian's Pledge. You know, obviously we can't afford to just take 12 and go to 8. We'd be way too far behind. But because he does have all these guys, there's a chance that he might be attacking aggressively, and even though I'm going to start trading off some of these guys to kind of, you know, put ourselves ahead of not losing this race, it's possible that he may just overcommit and put us in a position where we can overrun for a win. Don't think it's that likely to happen, but who knows. So he does have the flight, that's interesting. I wonder if he's going to keep him back to block the Skywinder Drake or not. I mean, I think he's better off just getting aggressive. Like, he's got better board position than we do, really. And if he's just going to keep back, then we're just going to keep back, and we have the advantage of always being able to mill him or draw cards at the end of his turn. There's one Guardian's Pledge. That's good to see. Drew a Mountain, so good for overrun purposes. Cast this, strike card. Yeah, I think he's going to make this trade, so I think we'll just go ahead and do it. So he doesn't block. Getting one Guardian's Pledge out of his hand is good. I mean, now, once he plays the other one, we know that we don't really have to play around it, because we only saw 2 last game, and there's no real reason to suspect that he would have the third. I'd like to get another land in place so we can just start drawing 2 cards off Azure Mage, but we'll get there eventually. Next turn, we can either draw a card and then hope that we like hit a land into Phantasmal Dragon, but he's still got 3 cards and maybe something to deal with it, or we can just continue to mill him. I like that if we mill him, we can basically win 2 turns with Jace. But obviously we have to draw the Jace to get there. Alright, so he's bashing here. I think that we're just going to trade the Runeclaw Bear here. And we could either take 6 or 12, depending on if he has the thing. But if we block with the Azure Mage, then we just lose everyone. So, yeah, I think I'll just make 1 block. Yeah, if he has the Guardian's Pledge here, he's probably going to use it to just hit us down to 8 and save his guy, but at least we didn't throw away 2 guys here. Now we have a blocker back for that, and we'll trade the Azure Mage for the Elite Vanguard if we have to. Overrun. Overrun's not enough to get us there, actually. And we'd give him a 3/3 flyer. So, I think I'll just play the Chasm Drake here. And then definitely going to trade Skywinder Drake here, Azure Mage here, and then block a guy if he so chooses to attack like that. The way things are going, I just think that we're more likely to beat him by milling rather than otherwise. So he played the Adept, which is good, got that out of his hand. So he did have a way to deal with the Phantasmal Dragon. Probably gonna bounce the Chasm Drake. which we're okay with because now we're just going to be taking 4, which isn't the best thing in the world, but gotta do something to survive here. Seems like he actually is playing quite a few enchantments. Ice Cage there too. So I'd like to try and... I don't have any like naturalize or anything in the board, but that would be nice. It's also worth noting that he's down to less than 7 minutes here, and this is game 2 and we won game 1, so that's not good for us. It's not good for us at all, actually. Putting us in a position where we have to make some blocks, even though we were going to anyway. So yeah, I think Skylander Drake's just gonna block the flyer. This guy's gonna block the 3/2. We'll take 6 going to 2. Mill him for 2. Bell Sphinx. Alright, well, we got the requisite number of blockers. It's just a matter of if he has a trick to make the Phantasmal Dragon die. He's got one of the cards in his hand as a land. This is probably Aegis Angel. Harbor Serpent. That's not good for us. Don't think we have anything that deals with the Harbor Serpent. I mean, we could draw Fireball off the top. Mesmerist isn't going to do. Let's see here. If we overrun, we have 8, 6, enough. Oh, yep, we actually have enough, and then we can just give the Mesmerist flying. That should be game. I wonder if I can't believe we actually got there. It's good that he tapped out that turn and has 0 cards in hand otherwise, but he's going to think that we just peeled the overrun for the win, but who cares? Alright, this one's essentially over, just waiting for the opponent to accept reality, so I'll just stop the video.